Open your ears and lube up your butthole. It's time for the What Do We Call It podcast. Now, here's your host. It's J-Man. Welcome to the What Do We Call It podcast. I'm J-Man.
This is Steiny.
Oh my fuck. The few people that have been waiting for the other part or the next chapters of this story are going to be so excited.
Beastapalooza.
Okay.
Let's flash back to spring a year ago.
The beast
Was kind of going off the rails.
Mm-hmm.
Our daughter was going in and out of psychiatric care because of it. And during all that, at one point, she was going to visit our daughter, got lost, got into a head-on collision, fucking ping-ponged off the other vehicle and then over a park bench, swallowed a battery, went to the hospital instead of jail because of the battery, got to the hospital. Everything there made her think that they were out to get her, and she was fucking delusional. And then a little while after that, there was some more shit that I apparently skipped over that I'm just going to go back to because it's too fucking fun to not talk about. And this is my notebook that I would jot down daily fuckery
Oh, sure.
for myself, and then I would type about it later. So the car accident was in April,
Okay.
and our daughter was back in the hospital again in June. So this is kind of out of order. The last episode talked about when she admitted to using LSD,
Oh, yes.
right? And that was in, let's see here. That was in August. Right, but there's a couple of fun ones here. So here's the thing. During all of this, the guy that she was seeing, the one that was on parole, the one that had the weed grow in the basement, but then he got rid of it, air quotes, but really didn't. They fought a lot, and there were incidents like I talked about before. She had a friend come over, a male friend, to pick up some things, I'm air quoting again, and she turned off the camera that he had installed above the garage, and it led to a fight, and he broke her phone. Yeah. So here's some other ones. So this is July 2nd now. She was fighting with our oldest, the Juice, and they went to the doctor for a yearly checkup. And when they were there, they got into an argument about what she was or wasn't going to do in terms of taking Gardasil.
Okay.
Gardasil is the HPV inoculation. So our daughter didn't want to take that, and I said, that's fine. And she previously didn't want to take that, but the doctor kept pushing it, like, you should take it. And our daughter kind of like fucking sass-mouthed the doctor. I wasn't there.
Oh.
And I'm fine with it. She's advocating for herself. But they get home, they have an argument about it, and
The beast
takes our daughter's phone and slams it on the table in fury. She confiscates it, slams it, fucks the screen up, breaks the phone.
Wow.
And I'm like, Jesus Christ, that is bordering on abuse. Well, I bought the phone. It's my phone. It's not even her phone. It's my phone.
It doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way, technically. I mean, it was a gift, but still, that's fucking ridiculous. And then it was off and on for like a week or two whether she was going to repair the phone or buy her a new phone. And I know that's not as exciting of a tidbit, but we're getting to more. So about a week goes by and she was set to get her phone back after the boyfriend had tinkered with it to try to repair it. It was functional enough, but she lost her phone again for another week, I shit you not, because she didn't walk her bike across the street instead of riding it.
Oh. So it was a punishment. They took it away for a week.
Yeah, but that's not something that I would have fucking taken her phone for a week. I thought that was just kind of stupid. And then her and her boyfriend are arguing about her car not working. And he was going to fix it. And then he wasn't going to fix it. And you need to fix it. And you were driving it. And he had a truck that pissed fluids. He also had a smart car that looked like a fucking retarded golf cart. And then her piece of shit. It was just fucking ridiculous because she bought, to replace the van that went over the park bench and was totaled, that she left in the fucking tow lot and just said, whatever, I don't want it.
Yeah. I've known people to do that.
So she got this, I forget whatever the manufacturer of the van was. It might have been like a Saab or something. It had a sunroof. The sunroof leaked. It had problems. He was going to fix stuff. He wasn't fixing it. So they were having arguments, and these arguments were all the fucking time. You know, this is before she admitted to the LSD, so we hadn't gone to the visitation being supervised yet. She still had her overnights Wednesday, Thursday.
Was she living down south at the time? And when I say down south, wasn't it more towards like the southern part of the state?
So 100 miles away is where he had a house, and she had not moved down there, but she would go down there.
Okay.
But for the time being, she still had her house.
So this was still happening at her house then? Okay.
Correct.
I needed that for my...
Correct. So they're fighting about him not fixing the car, and she starts talking about how she thinks that he's out to kill her and possibly going to harm our girls. This is when I started to go from suspecting drug use to knowing drug use.
Right. This is pretty much crossing that line.
And the kids are hearing it all the time, it making them uncomfortable. And there was one night where they were fighting so loud that the girls called me. And I said, fuck this shit, call 911. So they did. And the cop showed up, and he left. He's like, I'm done with you. He packed his shit, he left. He came back 4 hours later.
Right. Cops probably asked him to leave the situation if things were too volatile. Can you please leave? And he did. Sure.
Yeah. They had a cat they named Kiki. Kiki was sick. They didn't know why.
Okay.
But because she hadn't been working, and she was a lazy piece of shit, and he didn't want to pay for it, they didn't have any money to fix the cat. And then she was going to just give it away. I'm like, you're going to give away a sick cat? What the fuck? Well, I'm going to surrender it. I'm like, you're a piece of shit. You guys should not have pets.
Definitely not. And these are the same people that have kids.
Correct.
Yeah, I know.
Correct. She has ours, and he has one of his own that was an oops that might be autistic, that's caught in the middle of all this fuckery.
Poor thing, yeah.
Exactly. Poor thing. And now we're sitting at July 13th. And here's my note. She has an endoscopy tomorrow.
For the battery?
Just, there's something going on with her.
Okay.
The battery had passed, obviously.
Okay.
But she still is having issues. She no-shows the endoscopy. It was so important that I take the kids so she could go. She had to do this, and she fucking skipped it. And I'm like, something's going. What the fuck?
Sure.
So she had me take the kids, and I did. Because of this, when she gets them back, our daughter misses a therapy appointment that she was supposed to drive her to. So it's like, where were you? Why didn't you go to this appointment? Well, I was nervous. I didn't know what to do. Like, what do you mean you didn't know what to do? If you're that worried that you're in that bad of health, you fucking go to the doctor and you have him stick the fucking scope down your throat, and Jesus Christ, you figure that shit out.
Right.
So then she goes to drop the kids off to me, and we're sitting in the driveway. And our daughter had been prescribed a medication. I forget which one. I believe it was a muscle relaxant because she had been having abdominal pains. Like she strained something.
Okay. Yeah, I get you.
I didn't fill it because I didn't want her taking it.
Okay.
And we were in my driveway at drop-off, and we started arguing over whether or not I was going to fill it and why I didn't. And then over the kid getting her phone back. So when I say, I'm not filling the med, I don't want her to take it, she's like, well, you could just fill it and give it to me, I'll use it. I'm like, fuck you. You just asked me to commit pharmaceutical fraud, and I'm not going to help you with your shitty fucking habits. And it turns into a multiple fucking day ordeal, and long story short, I end up calling the pharmacy, blocking her from picking up meds or trying to fill any other prescriptions going forward, and it turned into a mess where she accused me of committing some sort of parental rights blockage.
Oh, okay.
All right, and now we're getting towards where the last episode called Off the Wagon, I believe it was. No, Falling Apart. Off the Wagon was the crash.
Oh, sure.
Falling Apart was the fucking everything afterwards. So, this is...
Gotta be sometime in July, right?
Oh, this is fun. This is July 28th. The girls wake up at 3 in the morning. They wake up to the sound of her and her boyfriend fighting. The fighting, it just goes and goes and goes. And during the course of this, her boyfriend sits down in the bed and sits on a can of bear mace.
Oh, yeah.
Which is not legal to have, but bear mace. Mm-hmm. And it deploys in her bedroom.
Holy shit!
And then the whole basement fucking reeks like it. And it's pumping the scent through the whole house. They're opening windows frantically. They wake up the kids and they take them to her mom's. Isn't that fucking nice?
Bear mace.
Bear mace.
It's obviously a BS line. Somebody deployed the bear mace on purpose, right? Because you don't just have bear mace sitting on your bed, let alone just happen to sit on it and have it go off.
Correct. She's always coming up with these just stupid and inexplicable excuses for how these random bouts of fuckery go down, and none of it seems believable.
Right. Because none of it is.
Yeah. So then a few more days go by. So now they have been arguing about my birthday, like what time I'm getting them and where we're going to go and what we're going to do. And she's just talking all kinds of shit. So this is August 1st. I woke up to 16 notifications about
the Beast
and our 12-year-old fighting. This was around midnight.
Okay.
I don't know what they were arguing about. I think it had something to do with meds and my birthday. But she was just so fucking angry all the time. The fights are going on with the boyfriend all the time. But 16 notifications. And I went, something is fucking up, dude. This is so weird. Which then takes us to the previous episode where I discussed she admitted to using LSD. And then I told her via text the next morning that she was going to go to supervised visitation and she needed to seek out a CD eval.
That's right.
Which she did. And then he recommended a dually licensed therapist and 10 weeks of outpatient. To which she said, from the voicemail that I played on the episode off my phone, that it's if I go to treatment. I'm not in treatment. I completed treatment a while ago. So this is just outpatient. That's not that. Well, you know what I fucking forgot to bring up when we recorded that episode?
What's that?
Oh, my fuck. A week later, after the LSD admission, I have the girls, and it's funny because I didn't expect to hear from her, but she calls. We're driving, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
And she, again, admits to using LSD. I'm like, I know that already. She's like, well, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? This is a big phrase that I learned was whenever she was tripping balls.
Because she can't make head or hair of what reality is then.
Her perception of time is fucked.
Yep.
Her memory is totally foggy, and she has no idea where she is, why she's there, how she got there, and where our girls are.
It's
and
almost
frequently it would be, what the fuck's going on? Where are the girls? Are they safe?
It sounds like self-induced Alzheimer's or something, like her brain is starting to get to that point.
Well, let's get to what's causing it.
Okay.
Because I forgot to mention this at that episode. A week later, she calls me. She says that, and she admits to drinking now. I'm like, that's not good. First you're doing LSD, now you're drinking. And then she's like, well, weed too. I'm like, what do you mean weed too? Well, just like a puff. I'm like, bullshit. And then she gets off the phone with me. And then calls me back a short time later, crying, and says, I want to go to treatment. Why? You know why. Because I've been doing drugs. What have you been doing? Everything. Like, what do you mean everything? Here's a list of things that I was able to figure out she had been doing and that she admitted to.
She admitted to, okay.
So there was drinking.
Yeah.
She has a problem with alcohol historically. She had been puffing some weed. She had dropped acid.
Okay.
She had been taking shrooms.
Okay.
Methamphetamine.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
She's back on the crack.
That. Yeah, yeah.
And I wish that was all that night consisted of.
Beastapalooza.
She gets off the phone with me. You know, I tell her, you got to go to treatment. You got to go to treatment. We're back at the house, me and the girls. We're hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on, my phone rings again, 2 hours later. And she's like, can you come pick me up? Why? Because I can't be here with him. I'm afraid he's going to hurt me. Can you come get me? And he's in the background like, oh, yeah, call him to save you. Yeah, do that. He's so nice. And I'm just like, that sounds like somebody who's jealous. And I wouldn't fuck her with your dick, bro.
Right.
At this point, I don't want anything to do with that dirty skank. So I say to the girls, I'm like, get in the car. Why? We're going to go pick up mom. Why? I'm like, just fucking do it. Now, I've been rambling for roughly 16 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot of just fucking stupid, boring detail recall. We're getting into the meat and potatoes. So from here on out, folks, it's pure entertainment. Your dicks are going to go from 6 to midnight. Woo! I go to pick her up. We pull into the driveway. She comes out. She's yelling at him. He's yelling at her. She gets in the car. Now, I brought the girls with because I expected shit to go down. But I knew that if I had the girls, they wouldn't get into it. He wouldn't confront me, and she wouldn't flip out and hit me or something, because I wasn't sure even if she knew what was going on.
Yeah, forgot she even called you.
Yeah. So we back out of her driveway, and we're driving for a bit, and she's like, wait, take me to my brother's. I'm like, what? Take me to my brother's. Okay, but, I mean, shouldn't you probably go to a hospital?
Where did you pick her up from, by the way?
Her house.
Okay.
And we're driving, and I'm on the way to her brother's. But on the way to her brother's is also the hospital.
Okay.
So she's getting nervous that I'm going that direction. I'm like, they're both near each other, and he's, 8 blocks away? Settle down. And as we're going, we're getting closer and closer to the hospital. And I switch lanes to the left lane to turn. And she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, surprise, bitch, we're going to the hospital. I knew you wouldn't go if I told you it was going down. You need to be seen. You're out of your mind. You're under the influence of I don't know how many different substances. And I really think that with all that's going on, you need to be evaluated psychologically. And because you've made self-harm statements in the last few months, saying you wish you would die, you just want to kill yourself, shit like that. So I brought her in.
Okay.
And we parked the car, and she's hesitant. I'm like, you will fucking walk or I will carry you.
Right. And you have the girls there.
Yep. So that was, again, part of the insurance policy that she's not going to run in front of them. And I said, grab your mom by the arms and hand walk her ass in. I'm not touching her. And they did.
Nice.
And we got in there, and she's like, can I just sit down? I just want to sit down. So she sits in one of the wheelchairs in the entryway. We push her up to the front desk. And I go, she's under the influence of multiple drugs. She's having suicidal ideation. She's also suffering from hallucinations that her boyfriend is going to kill her. They're like, oh, okay. Well, it's busy as hell. There's like 30 fucking people there.
Oh, man.
And that's not counting whoever's back in the ER.
So I'm assuming this is the local hospital that's just up the road from here?
Yes.
Okay.
And again, for reference, this is the night of Sunday, August 10th.
Oh, okay. A weekend night. Doesn't matter if it's a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday night. It's still busy.
No, that place is just, it's gone downhill.
Yeah.
And it's full of poor people with all kinds of fucking drug problems.
It's the area.
Now, this is going to be a fun part of the story here.
Okay.
I've told you about it. We're flashing back. I told Rick James about it. I told anybody that would listen about it because it was fun. I had a lot of fun this night, just to give you a heads up. We are sitting in the waiting room, and, she's mad at me for bringing the girls. The girls are upset because they don't like seeing her like this. She's fighting with them. She's fighting with me. Mm-hmm. One of them goes walking off. It's the 12-year-old with the mental health issues.
Sure.
And I say to the older one, I'm like, go. She's like, go where? I'm like, follow your fucking sister and make sure she doesn't run off or something. You stick by her no matter what. Which also gave me the opportunity to have a heart-to-heart with
the Beast.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there, and we're talking. I'm like, so what's really going on? Because this is not just LSD. This isn't weed. This isn't drinks. This is probably meth, right? Yeah, I've been doing meth. For how long? A long time.
Oh, really?
How long? I think I've only been sober for like 3 months after court last time. That was in 2022. We're in August of 2025.
Sure.
So somewheres in the fall of 2022, after she had lost her half of the joint custody, she starts doing meth again.
Wasn't she subject to random piss tests? Didn't you call her to take a couple of them at times, or?
Yes, but we've discussed this, that she is not trustworthy, and I don't believe the results are on the up and up, and she knows how to flush her system.
Okay.
So just for reference, I believe it was late February the last time I had tested her, and I asked her on a Friday, which meant she had to wait till Monday to test, which was my bad.
Yeah.
But she didn't go in on that Monday. She didn't go to the following fucking Friday. She waited a week.
Whole week.
She's like, I didn't have time. I didn't have gas money. I didn't have this. I didn't have that. And she had told our daughter that she goes to a certain UA lab where they don't watch her pee.
Oh.
It could be because she's using other people's piss,
Yep.
but she is also a shy pisser. I don't know.
I don't know how well the testing, can track this stuff, but they used to have like synthetic urine too. That all you'd have to do is warm up to body temperature and have on you.
Right.
Yep.
So we're sitting there, and I just said to her, I'm like, here's the thing. I could have asked you for UAs, but months ago when our daughter was in the hospital, you told her that you go to certain UAs where they don't watch you pee. You also told her that you had used somebody else's urine before. And when she did that, she used somebody else's pee to be clean so she could get a refill of her ADHD meds. Isn't that stupid?
Yeah.
So we're talking, and she's arguing with me, and she's being a royal cunt. And then she's like, I need water. Get me water. Can you get me water? So I find a vending machine. I get water. I'm like, wait. I go to hand it to her. She's like, what? I'm like, hold that dot. She's like, where are you going, you fucker? And she's shouting at me in the waiting room, and I'm walking away. I go to the front desk. I'm like, this is who she is. This is why we're here. I'm like, should I give her this? He's like, no food or drink advised right now until we can just check her out.
Sure.
So then I have to unenviably go back and tell her, the guy just said that you can't have any water. She's like, oh, fuck him. I'm not doing this shit. I'm like, settle down. And she's still arguing with me. And at this point, it's good to mention that there's a security guard on duty, and he's old. He's like in his late 50s. This guy's seen some shit, I can tell. He's not like a dopey fucking fat gut hanging over his belt type.
Who's never had to do anything in this role?
Yeah, I pretty much clocked him as being ex-law enforcement. And, like he told her she needed to quiet down. When she got there, this is much later. This is like half hour, 40 minutes later, and we're arguing over water, and she's saying all kinds of shit, and she makes mention of, just take the girls. Just let me sign my rights away. You think you know everything. Just take them. I'm sick of dealing with this.
Yeah.
And as she's yelling at me, a woman goes, can you quiet down? There are other people here. And she's like, why don't you mind your fucking business? And the lady went to say something else. I'm like, ma'am, please don't engage her. She's high on drugs and she's a moron. And the lady looked at me. I'm like, she's high right now and she's dumb as fuck. So don't even waste your breath. I'm not going to. Fast forward a little bit later, they take us back. Now I'm sitting there. She's sitting there in the wheelchair. And the lady's trying to do the initial assessment to see if they should admit her or not.
Right.
And she's asking her questions. And she is not being forthcoming.
Of course not.
And I am entertaining the shit out of this lady. She's like, who are you? I'm like, I'm her ex. But we have kids together. Those were the girls we walked in with. They're over there. I'm here because she wanted to come in and didn't feel safe at home because of potential domestic violence. But she's been out of her mind lately and admitted to drug use the past week. So she needs to be checked out. Plus, she's been making suicidal statements. I have not. I'm like, you said something to the effect of, I should just kill myself. Everyone will be better off without me. So we're sitting there, and she's like, so what did you use? She's like, I did some drinking, and I smoked some weed. I'm like, and LSD. Don't forget the LSD. Remember the LSD? The LSD is actually the reason we're here, because you've been tripping balls out of your mind.
Right.
And then she's like, okay, well, yeah, that. I'm like, what else? And then she had to admit some things. I'm like, oh, wait, here, let me save you some trouble. She just admitted that she's been doing meth on and off for the last fucking 3 years behind my back. Mushrooms. What else? Fucking ketamine.
Oh, Special K.
Yeah. And, drum roll here, Joe Rogan's going to be super excited to hear this.
Kratom?
DMT.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Fucking super hallucinogens.
Yep.
That she's been doing. She's like, well, it's to open your third eye. I'm like, it's to fucking open your brown eye, apparently, because you are shitting out all kinds of dumb fuckery. And as we're sitting there, we're not arguing.
Sure.
But her purse is there and she's nervous. I'm like, let's take her purse away just in case she has something in there. She's like, well, what are they going to do with my purse? Well, we'll lock it up. Well, what if I have something in there? I'm like, oh, you mean drugs and drug paraphernalia?
Allegedly.
Do you have that right now? And she's like, you can go. I don't need you here. I'm like, you actually do need me here because you're not going to be forthcoming with them. And you're going to try to get out of here before you get the necessary help that you require to save your life before you're a fucking dead body that our children possibly find. So then the security guy gets her purse. And he's like, I'll just lock this up. But there was a knife.
Is that what she was worried about? The fact there was a weapon?
No.
Okay.
Because then he pulls out a butane torch. I'm like, I know what those are for.
Right.
Meth pipes. I said shit just like this to that lady. And she's like, chuckling. I'm like, do you have fucking drugs on you right now? She's like, I don't have to tell you that. And then the nurse says, well, we're not going to, like, take them from you. I'm like, hang on. If she's got illegal, illicit narcotics, methamphetamine in her purse right now and you find it, you're not going to contact law enforcement? No, we don't do that. You're not going to take it and confiscate it and throw it away? No, we don't do that. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Right?
But she wouldn't tell them what there is, so they locked up her purse as is.
But obviously there was something in there.
Yes. Yes, there was. So they admit her. And then the next morning, she's there for a little bit, and they fucking let her out.
Okay.
They did an assessment. She walked herself through a safety plan. And they're like,
sure.
She's okay to go. She's not under the influence. We don't think she's a danger to herself. I'm like, even though she talked about taking her meds to kill herself? What the fuck?
Right. Isn't that normally like 3 days or something?
If they deem that she is a danger to herself, they will, yes.
Okay.
But, you know, the girls don't know what to think. She's got her mom covering for her. And it was some unbelievable bullshit about getting the doses wrong on her meds and being loopy. It was fucking ridiculous. And let's keep going with this.
Sure.
We had our first visit Friday the 15th.
Okay.
A supervised visit. Supervised by me. I took him to her house. Mm-hmm. She was a bitch the whole time.
You don't say.
And she's got them cleaning their rooms because now her house for sure is being foreclosed on.
Yes, I do remember that.
She's going to lose it. There's going to be a sheriff's sale. So they're packing, and she's trying to do fun activities with them also. And she's being nice to the oldest and then her youngest, who's at that point 8 still.
Okay.
But she's fighting with our 12-year-old. And I'm trying to get in the middle, and I'm just getting the brunt of it. I'm like, why don't you fucking settle down and not fight with our daughter while you get to see her? She's like, why don't you not fucking try to alienate me from our kids for some bullshit that you don't even know about? It's like, I don't know about you talking about taking all your meds, and then your mom saying there was a pharmaceutical mix-up, and her trying to cover for you, and all these drugs, and I wasn't at the hospital with you. Like, I've seen some shit now. You're fucking ridiculous. And then at some point, she gets in my face. When I say in my face, she's like, you're a fucking pussy. And she flicks her hand an inch away from my face. And I'm like, this is peak
beast.
When she's looking for a physical fight.
Right.
And we got out of there without one. But holy fucking shit, as soon as I got home, the next morning, just a myriad of texts about the visit and cursing at me and calling me names and all kinds of crazy shit.
Sure.
And that's where I'm going to stop this episode before we
Okay.
jump into the next one.
Fair enough.
Interact with the show on Twitter at What Do We Call It? That is at What Do We Call It? You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/group/What Do We Call It podcast show. For the What Do We Call It podcast, I'm J-Man.
This is Steiny.
And that's the end.